Pop Culture Video Blog by Noemi Camps. A popular culture item I would like to use is that of the movie Freedom Riders. The reason I chose this movie is because it is a brief representation of what is currently impacting the schools and classroom setting of urban schools. This movie can also be useful in the classroom because it might help students relate and therefore become engaged in school while at the same time being a popular culture medium. Let's take it back. According to Aldrich and Goldman 2007, the United States is currently going through a racial hatred crisis that contradicts our civil rights achievements. In this movie, we see the portrayal of the struggle of minority students. With the help of this movie, we would be teaching students how to make sense of this movie, analyze it, and criticize it. This is exactly what Manker mentions, that it is important to use popular culture media in order to teach students the necessary skills needed for them to analyze and criticize the sources. The movie also portrays a brief representation of how the schooling process works. This movie is about a new English teacher who is entering into an urban community school. The teacher decides to choose a school because she liked that they were going to implement a new voluntary integration program. However, many of the teachers feel that the new program is very unsuccessful and are resistant to change. In regards to this aspect of the movie, I believe that many teachers can relate. As educators, we experience constant change from the state's standardized tests to change in standards. Recently, the state of Florida experienced a shift in standardized tests that had many teachers very upset. We went from FCAT to FSA. This change caused a lot of reluctance in the education world, and the change from Common Core standards to Sunshine State standards has left a lot of upset and angry teachers. This also demonstrates the struggle educators and administration faces when planning curriculum. Nonetheless, we see the struggle the teacher goes through by getting an extra job since there isn't enough funding and she has to dig into her own pocket in order to supply the resources necessary to convey a successful classroom environment. Erin is the name of the new English teacher who is now being faced with the difficulties of culture and background diversities amongst her classroom's people. Many of her students are members of gangs or know someone that unfortunately has been targeted or even killed by gangs. This kind of setting makes it difficult for students to be engaged with school because they have so much going on outside of school and at times feel they cannot relate. According to Aldrich and Goldman 2007, after all the reforms that have gone through, there still seems to be a massive failure of urban school systems in reaching the needs of the inner city youth. In order for the teacher to incorporate some sort of relationship with the students, she decides to have students write a daily journal that they would choose to read only if they want to. In my opinion, the teacher does a more humane, holistic approach. I believe the teacher felt that if she gave students the opportunity to express themselves through free, ungraded writing, the students would gain. I believe that the teacher felt if she gave students the opportunity to express themselves through free, ungraded writing, the students would gain her trust. This message is one that is very positively important for both teachers and students. The reason I say this is a positive outcome is because this shows that if teachers would try and step aside from grades, curriculum, etc., and try to reach their students in a holistic way, then the outcomes would be that of success. Teachers can promote and use this pop cultural medium because teachers need to learn that they must gain the students' trust and students need to feel that they can relate. In this case scenario, the teacher was able to actively engage students in school and inspire them to continue schooling outside of high school towards higher education. In my opinion, this teacher had a progressive philosophy because she was not with the mindset of a traditional high school instruction. Thanks for watching.
Created using Powtoon.